Jordan,
What?
I need your 2020 vision right now, and you need to tell me we are not so in focus this time.
Focusing.
You get the, your Karoshi optics right.
Bro, really? Karoshi? You can do better than Karoshi. I don't remember any of the other brands, but you can do better than Karoshi.
Get some Arasaka ones.
Arasaka. Nah, dude, I just do the fucking patch it star focusing. And then you slam the door on my eyes, and somehow I'm not blind.
To my eyes, we look great.
I spy with my little eye 2 focused thoughts, you know? I'm just saying.
We are
looking
focused.
crisp.
Hello and welcome to the 170th installment of the Synapse Misfire Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, joined by our other host, Jordan.
That's me, baby.
That's him.
That's me.
Jordan, before I get into the topics for today, why don't you give the people some information on where we put this thing?
Of course, as I always do. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Pocket Cast, YouTube, and Spotify both have the video platform. It's also the RSS feed. We have the email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. You can send your comments, your questions, concerns, death threats, and most important, little kitty, bid city, news, hype, merch, etc. And yeah, contact us with that. Instagram, TikTok. We are back on TikTok thanks to a little schedule.
Sorry, I've been sick this week.
Thanks to a little schedule that Chris and I worked out, we are back on TikTok and maybe Instagram. We'll see. I don't know how they do with long form reels and stuff, but
Yeah, I think reels are still limited to a minute, if I'm not mistaken, which sucks.
shit, so am I. So we'll see.
Oh, we got a fucking marathon runner over here.
Speedster, call me Barry Allen. Call me the Flash. But yeah, so anyway, that's where we're at. Chris, what we got? Read the agenda for the people. There's some good stuff today.
So, in typical fashion, we're going to talk about, what we've been up to. We're going to talk about some games, some video games.
Yep.
And then, we have a very special segment today.
Do we?
This will be, actually, I think, our second pizza-based segment.
Yeah.
KFC recently released a new menu item, the Chizza, the chicken pizza. It's a piece of chicken with pizza shit on it.
Yeah.
And we're going to get one and try it and see how it goes.
Yeah.
But as it sits right now, KFC isn't open yet. So
what we're going to do is when they open in 7 minutes, we're going to harass minimum wage workers to make us a
we're
pizza.
going to teleport there, actually.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I don't know. Your Visa should get us there in 7 minutes.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the plan for today. So, kick it off, right? We're getting started.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, Chris, not that it's probably going to be interesting because you're just kind of a boring guy, but what have you been up to?
What did I even do to you? I've been a bit of a gamer. These past couple of weeks.
It's a little unusual.
Yeah, it is weird that I play video games. But listen, Expeditions came out.
Which for those
the new
don't
Mud
know.
Runner game.
Yeah.
So I forgot that actually if you buy the deluxe edition, you get to play 5 days early. So I didn't remember that until 3 days into that 5-day window. So I still bought it because I wanted the deluxe edition anyway because it comes with the year one pass and I wanted all the DLC.
Right.
Furthermore, what I found out in the process of me looking at stuff about Expeditions is that the support for SnowRunner isn't ending.
No.
There's a year 4 that's going to happen for SnowRunner, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because they're all right. I don't want to run too much interference because there have been some shitty maps that have been uploaded and sold as DLC. But come on.
Yeah.
You don't see this from other developers where they're, oh, here's for $20, here's 60 more hours of content.
Yeah, it's like Blood and Wine levels of content.
Here's more content. We just have, and it's cheap. A DLC, if you just buy one, is $7.
Yeah.
And it adds so much content to the game.
Yeah, it's crazy. I wish I was more into the genre as a whole because I dabble with, but I don't dump 40, 50 hours into that game. So if I was, that's such an insane deal.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And I've been playing on and off playing Forza Horizon 5 and Horizon 4 a little bit.
Really? Oh, because you were having issues with 5, no?
Yeah, 5 was kind of tweaking and it fixed itself. I was missing a 7 kilobyte file somehow. I don't know how that happens, but it is what it is. So 5 was, but I've done I've done most of the stuff in 5. Mm-hmm. So I was like, what about 4? And for some reason in my mind, 4 is like 10 years old, but it isn't. It came out in 2018.
Yeah, it isn't that old.
Because I'm trying to think of, there was a Forza game that was an Xbox One launch title.
Motorsport.
And that was Motorsport.
Yeah.
And for some reason I keep thinking it's Horizon 4. I don't know why.
It's because they have Motorsport, which is like their realistic sim one, and then Horizon, which is kind of like their arcadey one. So they usually release them in conjunction. Like I think there might be a new Motorsport coming out soon.
And Horizon 4 and Horizon 5 are like damn near indistinguishable games.
Yeah.
I will say the map and environment for 5 is like 1,000 times better though.
Yeah, and it's got the seasonal shit. I remember that's what they added. The map was way better. It's got seasonal.
Well, 4 has seasons.
Oh, really? 5 doesn't?
5 does not.
Oh shit! Maybe I've never even seen 5 then. I don't know if I've ever seen
5 it. 5 is in Mexico, and it is the landscape is like it's way brighter. It's way better. It's a much nicer like landscape to look at. I don't want to look at fucking England.
Yeah, yeah.
We left those motherfuckers for a reason.
The shit was ugly, bro.
Yeah, at least give me somewhere pretty to look at.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I've never probably seen 5 then. I must be confusing it for 4 because I thought 5 had the seasons.
So the thing with 4 versus 5 is that 5, it looks bright and sunny and like a place you'd want to be.
Yeah.
And 4 looks dreary and depressing.
It's like where we live.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So, it is what it is.
I can see why there was such a short gap between 4 and 5 now.
It is what it is,
It's just
man.
kind of sad. Yeah. So Expeditions, how is it, like, comparatively to SnowRunner? Because you're a big SnowRunner proprietor.
I'm a big SnowRunner enjoyer. I want to address... So, there are some things that I enjoy. There are some things that I dislike quite a bit. But there also, I think, is a misunderstanding with the game. With people who are purchasing this game. It's not fucking SnowRunner. It's a different sort of game. Mm-hmm. Even it's different than Mud Runner too. It's like it's just an entirely different sort of game.
Mm-hmm. In what way?
So Expeditions is all about expeditions.
Yeah.
So the idea is where SnowRunner and Mud Runner and even like Spin Tires, the original game, is they're all focused on big trucks delivering big things
Cargo
to places.
And shit. Yeah.
And doing like treacherous, like snaky, windy off-road paths.
Through mud, perhaps,
through mud or snow or ice or woods or any sort of other terrain. Expeditions is about getting in a little scout truck, seeing what there is to see. Just roaming around. There is there is a feature, and this is how I know that I'm one of those sort of people. When I was introduced to this feature, I audibly gasped. You can now adjust your tire pressure. So like you would in like a real off-roading scenario. Yeah. So like if you're stuck in the mud, you can air your tires down to get more grip. And that was introduced to me. I went, "Oh, you can change your tire pressure?" I screamed.
Yeah.
So, that's the kind of guy I am.
You'd like Assetto Corsa.
I own Assetto Corsa.
The new one,
not the new one.
That one you can actually adjust your tire pressure.
I own the OG.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But it's really focused a lot in the stuff that I've played on rock crawling. Mm-hmm. Which is something that you can do in SnowRunner, but it's just not quite there.
It's not built for it, yeah.
Yeah, where like you're not. If you see a path that's rock, you're not supposed to go there. Usually, you certainly can try, and a lot of the scout trucks can make it, but you're not supposed to do that. With Expeditions, that's kind of the whole point.
Right.
Is you crawl, up a mountain face, and you gotta make sure that and you can adjust your suspension, so it's like, oh, your tires are out now, so you can get more grip this way. Mm-hmm. And there's a scout truck that's in SnowRunner that makes an appearance here in Expeditions.
Easter egg. Cameo.
That sucks ass in SnowRunner, but is like fantastic in Expeditions. Like,
makes sense.
They beefed it up clearly, and they gave it like a good rock crawling suspension, so it's actually really nice. So I think people aren't understanding that it's a different sort of game. But I will talk about some things that I don't like very much. The way it works in SnowRunner is you're just given a map and a garage. Mm-hmm. And then you just kind of get after it.
Yeah, go get her.
Go do your thing. And all the planning and logistics and everything is left to you.
Right.
Whereas in Expeditions, you have to pick a mission. You have to pick a contract in the menu, and then you have 4 slots to deploy trucks. And then you have to select your trucks with their add-ons and everything. And then you go and get after this one mission. And then you go back to your headquarters, and then you do that. And then when you do all of them, you unlock free roam. But you can still free roam with the missions. Like, when you're done with the mission, you don't have to go back to your headquarters. You can just stay on the map. But I would appreciate if free roam wasn't locked like that.
Yeah, it's strange.
And also, if it was more of a SnowRunner thing where you just have a garage and a map, and I go and find the mission and do the mission I want to do.
Yeah. Accept the contract in person, essentially, yeah.
Yeah, that aspect's kind of stupid. Also,
yeah,
disappointing amount of content.
Really?
Trucks-wise, there's 4 or 6 trucks. There's
really?
There's fucking nothing in that game.
Yeah, that's
trucks.
a bit rough.
The maps, there's 3 currently. There's one tutorial map. And then there's 2 real maps. I haven't played on the real maps yet, but I've heard there's one is similar to the tutorial map and it's more rock crawling. And then the other one is more of a mud sort of environment.
Yeah.
But
swampy.
Also, you kind of have to consider what was available in fucking SnowRunner at launch.
Yeah, or Mud Runner.
And yes, there was more content available at launch with SnowRunner. I think there was Michigan and Alaska, and I think a third map.
Maybe some sort of tutorial map or some shit.
No, there's because Michigan's kind of the tutorial map.
Yeah, I do remember that being the
and then there's I think there's a map in Russia. I forget which one. Point being, there was more maps and there was more trucks, but also you're doing more varied tasks in SnowRunner.
Yeah, you're hauling, you're delivering. Sometimes you're picking up, and
in some cases you're farming.
Yeah,
or racing.
Yeah, that's true.
You're doing a bunch of different things, and there's a lot of different ways to approach these different things. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I'm still disappointed by the amount of content that was released in the game, but I do have to acknowledge that where these guys cut their teeth is mods and DLC.
Right.
So there's already support for mods. I don't know how many exist because the game just came out. Mm. Official launch was, as of recording this, 4 days ago, March 5th. So, there probably aren't many that exist now. But, yeah, DLC and mods are where these guys really kind of release the meat of the game.
Right.
So, is that a great model? No, but also with the first year of DLC, it's still cheaper than a AAA title now.
And they have a track record to back it up. It's not like
they
haven't done it before.
like base SnowRunner is still like it's $20 fucking dollars, and like when it was new it was like 40. Base Expeditions is 40. With the DLC, like the Ultimate Edition pass is 60. A new AAA game costs you $70 now.
Yeah.
And
you know you're getting a year at least of support.
Yeah, and you're not getting shit out of that game unless you know for a fact you're getting shit out of that game. Like, when you put on like you buy a new Ubisoft title for $70.
Skull and Bones.
Yeah, you're not getting shit. That fucking game, dude. Skull and Bones. I was so excited when I saw an ad for it, and then I saw the Ubisoft logo, and I like deflated.
Yeah.
And then I saw gameplay, and I was like, holy fucking shit. How are these the same guys that made Assassin's Creed 4?
My problem with it is the no on-foot combat. Like, you can't board a ship. What the fuck is the point of hiring him if I can't board over and swap?
How are you going to make a pirate game where you can't swim?
That too.
You can't get in the water. You can't walk around your ship. How is Microsoft's Sea of Thieves better than this game?
Infinitely, too. Like, not
so
even
much better than this
comparable.
game. Like, sure, it's silly and it doesn't have a ton of content, but, like, it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun. What happened?
And it's on Game Pass.
Yeah. What happened, Ubisoft? I don't understand. That's beside the
You don't even
point.
got to finish that sentence. You already said it. What happened, Ubisoft? That's the problem right there. That's the root of it.
Fair. Yeah, good point. But, yeah, that's...
Back to games that don't really suck.
Yeah, back to... So, that game, Skull and Bones, lack of content, severe lack of content, and $70.
And 14 years of development.
And presumably, you don't get any support for a year. I think they're going to... I would be surprised if they haven't abandoned that game already. Because they saw how poorly it was received, and were like, this is going nowhere.
Yeah.
So, disappointing. But, Expeditions... base experience, if you liked SnowRunner, you'll probably like this one. Can I recommend wholeheartedly buying it for full price? Probably not right now. Mm-hmm. I mean, wait till it's like $20, or like a lot of times they go on sale for like $15. Just pick it up on sale. It's definitely not the experience SnowRunner is, but it is fun.
Yeah, and if you really want to scratch that itch, you just get SnowRunner. Like, in the meantime, if you haven't already played it,
Yeah, and SnowRunner is so much content with
more coming.
Yeah, they just announced the year 4 pass, so there's 4 years of content for you to buy. And I think you can get the game in the first 3 years for $60, I think.
Wow.
And then each year pass is like $24.99 or something. So it's worth a buy. It's worth a buy. And a lot of the stuff that they have in Expeditions, like graphics and sounds and things like that, are taken directly from SnowRunner.
Yeah.
So they didn't overhaul a lot of the sounds. There's like the stuff that matters though, like that I like about SnowRunner specifically, is in the game still. They have like the waypointing system works like way better. Or it works about the same, but it's still just as good as it is in SnowRunner.
Right.
And it's way better than any other waypoint system I've used in any other game. They also have gadgets, like little machines you can use. There's like a drone. There's a little jack that you can use to flip your truck over. They have anchors, so if there's no winch point, you can throw an anchor out and then pull yourself to it.
That's pretty cool.
So, there's a lot of other functionality that exists, but that's Expeditions. I've been playing a little bit of that. I'll probably play a little more tonight.
Nice.
What about you, Jordan?
I've been chilling.
Wait! I have to correct the record. I totally forgot about this.
Yeah.
Last time, I was talking about Forza Horizon 5 and the car pass that existed. Mm-hmm. I said it was $75. It's $45. Still ridiculous. But less money than I said it was. It's $45.
Yeah.
All right, now you can continue. Now you can go.
Thank you for allowing me.
I apologize.
Have you heard of a little game, Banishers: Ghosts of New Eden?
Yes.
So I talked about it on the podcast. It's made.
That's where I've heard it then.
It's made by I'm like totally blanking on their name right now. fucking the people who published like A Plague Tale. Focus Home Entertainment. Or Focus Home Interactive. I think it's entertainment, though. It's made by them. I did talk about it on here because I explained how the story is you're a banisher. You're hunting ghosts in New Eden.
Wow.
And your girlfriend, who's also a banisher, dies. Not a spoiler. That's literally been in the trailer. Like, that's the plot setup of the game. And now she's a ghost.
Method.
And now she's a ghost. Ubisoft, but the characters are actually interesting. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
like they give you like a solid 2 hours to be with this character.
Oh, okay. Because it's
him.
like Jackie from Cyberpunk. Like you get to
Yeah.
know him first.
Yeah.
It's not like, hey, this is your brother. You love him. Oh, 30 seconds into the game, he gets eviscerated by a machine gun somehow.
Yeah, exactly. It's not quite like that. It's probably still a little too quick. They don't draw it out very much. But then the whole point of the game is even though she's dead, she's a ghost. You're a banisher. You're supposed to banish ghosts. But you can decide, are you going to try to ascend her, which is kind of like gracefully send her to the afterlife or whatever. They don't believe in the afterlife, but send her away. Or are you going to basically sacrifice enough people to bring her back with a resurrection spell? That's kind of the plot of the game. All while going around New Eden, which is basically New England. It's Rhode Island, Boston, like it's a whole variety area of New England, but fictionalized. And you're hunting the monster that killed her, basically, that put a curse on the land. It's called a nightmare.
I see.
I have chosen for my first playthrough to do a resurrection. So I have been going through, and what you have to do is there's haunting cases. So there's main plot stuff, and sometimes those include haunting cases. And then there's side content that are haunting cases, where you might hear someone like mumbling in the streets, and because your guy's a banisher, he's attuned to these things, these forces, right? So he'll be like, there's a spirit lingering around this person, and then you kind of interrogate him.
He's got like Witcher senses.
Yeah, pretty much. Like he has rings, banisher rings that will glow around spirits and shit. So like he'll be like, there's a spirit at work here, and you'll talk to someone, and they'll be like, no, I'm good. I just, I'm just tired or whatever. So you do a little investigation, a little too handholdy of an investigation. I'll admit, it's not very investigatory. It's very like, do this and then do that and then do this and do that, but it's still good. You go through like their house or whatever, you read notes and you find like a diary. It'll be like, I saw Jacob, he's been dead for 6 months. How did I see him? So then you go back and you're like, listen, bitch, I know you saw Jacob. Where is he? And then Jacob will appear, and you have to basically solve the case and get to the root of it. And there's usually like a twist. So for one of them, it was a husband and a wife, right? And they're like, yeah, we came from this place and blah, 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 blah. And you go through the whole case and you find different artifacts from like different times of their life. And there's these things that are called hearkening echoes. They're echoes, and you hearken them where you can like relive moments of their past, right?
Right.
So for example, for that specific quest, I think you find like a bloody shirt or like a journal, and there's an echo on it, and the guy's rings are telling him like, oh, there's something here. So he puts out his hand, and it actually replays an event in that person's life, and the event in this case was actually her and her husband murdering her abusive husband. And him taking his name, and that's why the dead husband is haunting them.
I see.
Now, the problem with ghosts in this universe, right, is like we think of ghosts in our world, if they're real, right, as just like a spirit that exists and maybe can interact a little bit with things, right? In this universe, in order for them to manifest, they must suck the life essence out of people around them. So it's not like the person is going crazy because there's a haunting ghost that's going, ooh, and they're sleeping. They're actually sucking the life force out of them, which is making them go delirious.
Damn, I wish a ghost would suck my life force out.
So that's the whole point of like a Banishers. It's not just like, oh no, you don't want your dead husband, abusive husband Jacob to cause a ruckus in the middle of the night. It's like, no, he's literally killing you by being here, right?
Right.
So at the end of the case, for this specific one, you can choose to do one of two things. You can ascend or banish the ghost. So I guess that's technically four things. But you can get rid of the ghost, basically. So that's one thing. Ascend or banish it. You can blame the fake husband, or you can blame the wife. And when you blame them, you would kill them, but you take their life essence to give to your dead girl.
Oh, so if you're like... Okay, because I was going to ask, like, do they give you kind of an inkling of which ending is the good one, or which option is the good one? So, like, you can kind of be a piece of shit.
Yeah, so...
And that's what gets you what you need.
Yeah, so what I did in that specific case is I blamed the husband, the fake husband, and you take his life force, and like in the early game, I was just murdering people, and then you start to get to different cases that are a little more too close to home that I don't feel comfortable blaming the person. For example, There's one up in the northern region, which is like it's called Fort Johnson or something. It's a fort in the snow in the mountains, and there's this guy, and you notice there's a ghost about him, and you find out that he was a slave to a woman on a plantation. She was in love with him, so he faked being in love with her so that she would make him like her personal assistant.
Right.
And he got so close with her in this fake relationship that she signed over all her worldly possessions, and then she died of natural causes. But now she's haunting him because she thinks he loves her, and he's like, nah, fuck you, bitch. So he was just using her. So you can choose to blame him and be like, that was wrong. But like, bro, he was a slave. So I didn't blame him. I banished the ghost. I was like, and the guy goes, you literally kept this man captive. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And he banishes her. Like,
especially your character going, hey, get that money.
Yeah.
Get that money.
So like, I allowed him to live, even though it doesn't push my agenda. But like, I don't feel right blaming the guy. Like, he lived 40 years as a slave. Like, I wanted him to go live his life, right? So I banished her. And, I've been playing that game, but it's clear as time goes on. Like in the early game, just murdering. No qualms about it. And then they give you these interesting characters, but then people started treating me different in the game world, like in fairly unique ways. Like, I won't say Rockstar levels of ways, because it isn't quite as like seamless as just like walking to town and someone's like, you're a piece of shit, Harry. But like, you go to do a quest, like a haunting case, and they go, no, I don't want you doing my case. You're just going to kill me anyway. Like, they start to think you're going to...
They know. You get, like, a reputation.
And then what'll happen is usually your, like, girlfriend ghost will manifest when their ghost manifests, and they'll be like, that's why you're here. You just want to bring her back. And you're like, yeah. Kill him. So...
Yeah, I'm selfish.
So, point of the discussion is, the game is fantastic. It is phenomenal. Story, incredible. Gameplay, like, I'd say a tier above a Ubisoft game. Like, the gameplay does leave a little bit to be desired in the early game. It gets way better once you get abilities.
I love so much how that's become such a baseline for us of Ubisoft. Like, is it better than Ubisoft?
Because you usually enjoy them, you know?
Because it's such a baseline level of enjoyable for us, at least.
It's serviceable.
Where it's like, this is a game. Yeah. And I don't mind putting, 20 hours into this.
Exactly.
So
the combat, it leaves a little bit to be desired, but it definitely picks up as you get gear and you start to get abilities and you put points into different things. And the skill system's pretty simplistic. And it's very clear that the whole point of the game combat system is to daisy chain your actions with the ghost's actions. So when you hit Y on the controller, you switch to her. And
oh, so she's like a combat partner.
Yeah. So like what'll happen is you have different abilities called perfect parries, perfect switch, or perfect dodges, which obviously parry and dodge are pretty simplistic. It makes sense what they are. But you can do combos with her. So like my favorite combo to do is if I'm fighting a big guy, I can usually do 2 hits with the light and then switch to her, and she does a uninterruptible uppercut that'll stun them.
Damn.
So I'll go like bang, bang, and then as they're about to hit me, I disrupt them with that uppercut, and they'll usually go flying back a little bit, and then I land like a heavy. So you just combo and keep comboing your moves. And different enemies have different weaknesses too. So like you do get a gun that's like a one-shot musket that you have to obviously reload, and I have another skill, my fucking, it's honestly OP. If you switch to her and you use a light attack, you're done auto reloads. So what I'll usually do is I'll fucking go,
crazy.
Bam, blast them, and they get stunned, and then I do 1-2 uppercut, and as they go flying back, I switch back and blast them, and I just fucking
hit them with the
out.
Fucking Revolutionary War ass fucking.
Yeah.
Hit them with the kablooey.
Yeah, so it's sick. So the combat gets a lot better once you get those abilities. In the early game, it's very like, we want to be Dark Soulsy, but like not in a very good way.
What is it on? PC?
PC. And I will say this now. There's only one issue with cross-playing it to Steam Deck.
One issue.
Otherwise, it is a nearly perfect experience.
Okay.
So I've been playing... I started on PC because I had the days off when it came out. I think it was... Oh, yeah, I had my wisdom teeth out. It came out on a Tuesday. I had them out on Thursday, so I had the weekend off. I played it on PC. Went back to work, switched over to Steam Deck. It runs great. It's like a pretty locked 40, and it's gotten better since launch. The only issue is, and I don't know why, and I can't find out why online, because it's not like a big AAA game, so there's probably not a lot of people looking into it. It will not detect your save if you're offline. You have to connect to like your hotspot to boot the game, and then it will say continue. Otherwise, it always says new game and nothing else.
Does it not have local saves at all?
It does. That's the thing, is even according to the developers, the saves are in your local files. It just is like it doesn't know where to look for them. I thought I saw a thread that was like, oh, you could move them here and do this, but like I didn't do it. But it's because all you have to do is connect to the hotspot, and then you can disconnect, load, play, no interruptions, save, quit, and it's all good. It's just literally when you boot the game, it needs to be online to detect it.
And it's even if it's, you do one Steam Deck session, and then you do your next time playing the game is also on the Steam Deck, that's still an issue?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. Like I don't
Very
quite know
curious.
why. I've never tried to put the Steam Deck in like sleep mode while at the main menu, because maybe then it would be there, I'd think. But I don't know. It's just weird. That's like the only issue. So I have to always be cognizant of like when I go on lunch at work, like 2 minutes before, like turn on my hotspot, boot it up, get it loaded, and then just disconnect the hotspot. So or leave it on so I can cloud save it after in case I pick up on PC. But story wise, like I said, phenomenal. It's like honestly, dude, like production wise, it's got that AA charm with the animations or they're no mocap Red Dead or anything. But like the performances from the people and like just the enjoyability of watching these characters on screen is like pretty close, dude. Like it's up there for me. I'm really I'm enjoying this world and reading all the notes that you find and stuff. Granted, there's a lot of them, but reading all the notes and getting to understand like the rules of this world. Like the last game I really felt this engrossed by was probably Red Dead 2.
Really?
Let's put it this way, Christian. You know me with my game experiences.
I'm familiar.
How often do I put 38 hours into a game?
These days it's a lot rarer than it used to be.
I have like 38 hours in this game, and I'm not done with the story either. So, like, my big fear right now is, like, I'm like, this game's fucking great. The story build-up is great. I'm just waiting for me to get the bad ending. Because there's no way that the sacrificing people is the good ending. There's no way. Like,
yeah. See, here's the thing about video games. I think I've raised this point a few times before, but there's so much push for you to be virtuous in games.
At all times. We have made,
and this is what I loved in particular about Sons of the Forest. Is there is no incentive to be the good guy.
No.
There is no, like, they hands off, like, hey, be evil if you want to. And it's such, like, a twist on, like, a modern sort of game where, like, and yes, in the cases like Red Dead 2 or whatever, it makes sense that, like, oh, Arthur Morgan's a piece of shit, and then he kind of redeems himself. It's a redemption.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Or like, Kratos is like cold and he's not great with his son, and then over the course of the game they warm up to each other.
That's the
and
point
they
of
start
the story.
to get a mutual understanding for each other. That's fine. That's part of the story. But when it's a game like this where it gives you an option, because those games have Red Dead 2 realistically only has like 2 endings. There's like 4 or 5 technically, but
yeah.
And God of War obviously only has 1 ending. But in games that give you like a choice, they always incentivize the good endings.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying being good is bad. I'm just saying sometimes I want to be evil.
You know what game always gets me with that? It's one of my favorite games ever. Metro Exodus, right? Because I try to think of it from the perspective of the world, right? Like if we're in a zombie apocalypse, Chris, right? You're my good friend, but if we're in a zombie apocalypse and we're getting overwhelmed, or in this case, a mutant apocalypse, right?
Right.
And we're getting overwhelmed, and you like trip and fall, and you're 100 feet away from me, and I know I cannot save you. I'm not going to just sacrifice
You're
myself.
not going to pick my big husky ass up, dude.
Like if you're already swarmed by monsters, I'm just going to be like, well, fuck, like this sucks.
Listen, here's the thing. If real life scenario, if I was a zombie apocalypse, real life me, Chris, was swarmed by zombies, and I know, like, there's no hope for me. I'm like, you know what? I'm not letting these fucking guys rip me apart
while I'm alive.
I'm just going to take care of this problem myself.
Yeah.
And then I just go, everyone else leave these guys to the fat boy. I'll feed them for a couple of days at least.
Yeah. So in Metro Exodus, there's a lot of instances in the story where like your friends, your allies will go on a mission with you, and the whole point of that chapter is like you're doing stuff, and then they can get like injured, and you have to make these slight decisions, nothing too crazy to like try to save them, and you have to be good. And like if you roll up to this village and you start fighting the villagers, even though they want to fight you, and you don't stealth it, right? And you don't sneak by them, or you do all kills and no pacifist run, your friend will end up getting like killed at the end of the chapter or injured, and then it all climaxes at the end of the game where you need someone, like your character basically needs a blood transfusion, right, for radiation poisoning. And if your friends are dead, you have no one who can give you blood. So you die.
Right.
Because you allowed all this other stuff to happen. So it's like,
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Like, oh, yeah, I guess that could happen in real life. Like, if I ever needed a blood transfusion, all my friends were dead. But
We're
like,
talking
come on.
post-apocalyptic. I need a blood transfusion. I'll find blood.
Yeah.
Listen, if I was desperate for a blood transfusion, and there are no laws, and I say I didn't know Jordan, right? Say I was just some stranger, and I see Jordan, I go, that boy looks like he's got some blood in him. I'm taking it.
Yeah.
How bad could it be? No, who's going to stop me? The government? The government collapsed 30 years ago, right? In an apocalypse, it's
It's fair game.
Cyberpunk is another great instance of that, where they don't give you a real incentive to be good.
Yeah.
I played that game objectively evil.
Yeah, you are the villain. V is for villain.
I played as my MO was just sick and tired. Just like done with this shit.
Yeah.
Because I went through and I played with a shotgun. I had a double barrel the whole time. I didn't talk to nobody. I had the lowest intelligence you could have because I wasn't talking to anybody. If there was an option between like spare or kill, I'm always killing because it furthers my method. It furthers my agenda either way.
Right.
So I might as well deal with it the way my dumb brain knows how to. And if there was options of like anytime there was a strength speech check, I would take it because the other speech checks are like, yeah, man, just calm down. And the strength speech checks are like, I kill people, right? And I'll kill you too if I have to.
Yeah.
That usually gets people off your back. So that's another great game that doesn't give you like a huge incentive to not be a piece of shit.
Yeah. So yeah, with Banishers, like I said, just to kind of summarize, it's a very fun game. You should definitely check it out. It's not even full price. It's $50. Like, very good game. I'm trying to do so much side content. That's why I'm at like 40 hours. So, yeah, there's definitely some shortcomings, but I'd rather just kind of highlight the positives. And, if you want to actually investigate, you can look into what people say about the negatives, because I'm just having a great time with it. And I can appreciate a game that just gives me a good time. Like, I don't need to critique every frame and say, like, well, you see,
technically,
there's no frames in which when I dodge, I don't get hit. I forget what those are called, but iframes. There's no iframes in this game, so therefore the dodging is shit. And I don't care. Like, I'm having a fun time with the game. The story's great. The world is beautiful. Like, graphics are fucking awesome, even on Steam Deck. Like, voice acting, fantastic. And yeah, if you haven't ever checked the Plague Tale out, check the Plague Tale out.
I will.
It's another good one.
I'll give it a shot. The Ghost of New Eden.
Yeah, you should definitely check it out. But yeah, should we? That's all I got for games.
Yes, we roll into our segment.
Yeah, I think the boys are gonna get a Chizza.
A little KFC Chizza. We got the Chizza.
Cheez-It. You said Cheez-It earlier, and I'm like, is this guy fucking stupid?
I got
Cheez-Its in the brain.
I'm a big Cheez-It guy. I'm a big Cheez-It head.
All right, who wants to see the Chizza? You ready for this?
Granted, it looks better than it did when it left the restaurant. There it is.
Some of the cheese is actually melted, believe it or not.
Yeah, it melted as it was, as we drove it home.
Yeah.
So it looks way better than it did. It looked fucked up before.
So for context, Chris will probably be making something with some B-roll footage. We brought the camera with us and filmed some stuff, so you might see that. But the Chizza, when we got it, just had cheese sprinkled on top. Like, it wasn't melted.
It looked fucking terrible.
It looked like it was microwaved, and then as we drove, it's been warm, believe it or not. It's actually started to melt, so it doesn't look as bad, but that's kind of what we're dealing with.
It's certainly an idea.
I would say presentation-wise, it's a solid 4. Like, it's not really well put together.
It has a particular smell to it.
It does. Yeah.
And I'm trying to place where that smell is. It's somewhere in the neighborhood of microwaved pizza smell.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's microwaved pepperoni specifically, because those pepperonis were definitely microwaved.
Maybe, yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. Presentation 4. Price, fucking 2. This shit was $12.
$12.
Hand for scale, mind you.
12. Listen, Jordan's got tiny little hands, right?
I have long fingers, though, man.
Here's my hand for scale, right? It cuts off all my fingertips.
Yeah,
it's fucking little. It's
Chicken little over here.
It's $12 fucking dollars. This is a disappointing release from KFC, personally. Given how their last release, which they still have, the smashed potato bowl with nuggets, was phenomenal. I thought it was a really good release.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And, I'm kind of the expert.
Of course. He's Colonel Fuckface over here.
Colonel Sanders. That's what they call me. Hey, guys, it's me, Colonel Sanders.
Back from the dead.
I'm making the chicken.
He's Italian now?
Sure.
I'm making a chicken.
I forget in his history if he was actually even a colonel.
I think I remember you saying a long time ago he wasn't.
I don't think he was. I think it might have been a nickname. Hang on, I'll fact check it right now. Colonel Sanders was a Kentucky colonel, and that is an honorary title. The title colonel is an honorific title in the highest awarded in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. The Kentucky colonel is not a military rank. The governor of Kentucky bestows the honor of a colonel's commission by issuance of a letters patent.
So basically the governor
So no,
was like,
he's
hey.
full of shit.
Yeah.
He's not a colonel. You can't just call yourself colonel.
Isn't that like stolen valor, essentially?
You can't just call yourself colonel, bro. If you're not a colonel, that seems fucked up.
Yeah.
Anyway, old dead dude aside,
Let's eat the chizza.
let's eat this fucking thing.
I don't even know where to grab this. Like, I'm thinking like right here is the piece. Oh shit.
Oh my god,
Oh god. Oh boy.
that's substantial.
Okay.
I'm gonna get the little floater that came off it.
All right, fucking cheers, dude.
Cheers, bro. That's like a chicken parm. I'm not angry at that. It tastes like a chicken parm.
Yeah.
But it also has the downsides of a chicken parm in that the breading gets all soggy.
I don't mind it too much.
This piece right here, this is a peak chicken parm piece. Sauce and cheese, no roni. This is a chicken parm.
That's a noisy fucking food, by the way. It makes a racket.
Sauce on me.
It makes a racket eating. I can't say I'm mad at it. It's actually pretty good. I kind of like the soggy breading. Like I'm not that upset about it. I get what you're saying. Like you kind of want that crispy, like freshly breaded, texture. But like, I feel like it complements it well.
I'm trying to formulate a good opinion. I'm not upset with it. Like I said, disappointing given KFC's recent releases. And KFC doesn't release a lot of things very often. I feel like you don't see a new KFC item very often.
No, not usually.
You see a new Taco Bell item like every damn day.
Yeah.
And KFC release is a big deal.
Yeah.
It's like a McDonald's release. That's a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this one's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's a fine stunt food. Like it's fine gimmick food.
Yeah, like you try it once, you're haha funny, and then maybe every now and then.
No one's getting this a second time. I don't think.
You don't think so? Not even a second time? No.
I don't think anyone's gonna be like. I don't think there's gonna be any real Chizza heads out there. You know.
Versus, yeah, that's fair, I guess.
Because obviously, they killed off the popcorn chicken. I'm a popcorn chicken head myself.
Yeah.
And it's hard to forgive the Colonel after he did that. Personally, he did it.
Yeah.
Because every time they do a new menu item, they actually do a seance to conduct, to get Colonel Sanders' opinion.
Fucking Ouija board.
They get a Luigi board out there, and
Last I heard, actually, they made all KFC employees play Banishers Ghost of New Eden so they could learn how to conduct the seance.
so they could learn how to bring back Colonel Sanders. How many people they have to kill.
Fucking manifest the ghost, yeah. Hey, yo, Colonel, you want to come back? And he's like, nah.
It's like, actually, no, dude, I don't like it down there.
We racism's ended. I'm not happy with that.
They don't even let you be racist anymore.
Yeah. And that's how I picture him being, actually.
I don't know what it is about Colonel Sanders. Despite being born like a long time after slavery ended, I feel like he owned slaves.
Me too, yeah. I don't know.
He looks like a slave owner.
He does.
I'm just saying. And, being from Kentucky, not a good look.
Yeah.
Be from somewhere else next time.
Odds are not in his favor.
Just be from, Boston.
Boston.
Simple.
Yeah. But, no, it's good. Yeah, presentation was pretty ass. Taste is like a solid 7.
The presentation was dick.
Yeah.
value, I'm going to give it a 1 for value.
I give it a 4.
For value, out of 10?
Yeah, I'd say so. Because, like, that would fill me.
I was going out of 5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, out of 10.
So I used a 2 out of 10 for value, for me.
Yeah.
So you're a 4 out of 10 for value.
Yeah.
I'm saying value in terms of, you're getting all this for $12. If this was $8, I would probably give it like a 7 for value.
I guess let's think about this. What's the equivalent? Like, think of what you get at like McDonald's for $12, right? That's like a Big Mac and a soda.
$12 is like you can get like 2 Big Macs and a fry.
You think so?
Yeah, a Big Mac's not that much money.
I don't think so. I got a Big Mac recently.
Woo. I literally ordered 2 last night.
Hang on.
I had other stuff.
Hang on.
Yeah, I got 2, and then I got a chicken sandwich, and the total was like $12.
Oh, you need the fucking app. Hang on. I gotta.
Yeah, I got the app. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, just do it without anything. Oh, hang on. I think I have it right here. No, I don't. I lied. You still need the app.
I'm gonna pull it up. Hang on.
Yeah, just do a Big Mac, no meal.
Just the Mac.
Because the Big Mac, just the Mac, is like $5. The meal's I think $8.
Just the Mac is $6.
$6. Okay.
So you can get 2 Big Macs for the price of this.
And I would argue this might be as filling. I don't think it's more filling, but I think for me it'd be as filling.
Oh, I accidentally added a Big Mac to my.
Oh, I guess you're
bag.
gonna go get one now. Look how how filling it is. How much is the meal? Because that will give you fries and a drink.
Yeah, so for fries and a drink with the Big Mac is $10.29.
$10.29. And keep in mind they did offer a combo with this, but I didn't see the price. I think it was like $14 or $15. Which I'd imagine comes with what, a side, like a mac and cheese side.
It comes with a side and a drink.
Yeah.
So like you get a mac and cheese
and then like a Sprite or some shit.
And a diet penis or something.
Yeah. So it's not that bad.
You know, I'll reconsider. I'll agree with a 4 for the value. I can make peace with that.
Okay.
I can make peace with that.
If you get good breast tubes, because who's to say that you're not going to get some shitty work?
True. True. Like
so, as tested, a 4.
We're a shoestring budget operation, right? Listen, I blew my load for the year on the camera, so
to make this happen, I had to actually go into a calorie deficit, as you can see.
But we only got the 1 because I'm like, I'm not fucking buying more of these things. Well, and we almost bought 2 because I'm stupid. Because they offer a half one and a full one, and I said, let's get 2 halves. And Jordan goes, why not just get 1 full? And I was like, holy shit, this guy's a genius.
I wish that
this guy is so smart.
I wish that was on audio. I'm glad you admitted it because now I feel better about it. But like, if you played that off, like, no, I didn't say that, I would be so mad because that was the goofiest thing that's said in a while.
Yeah, we'll not get 2. We won't get 2 full ones. We'll just get 2 half ones. It's like, you fuck, it's 1 full one then.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, it's just kind of full. I thought you were saying it because like you wanted more, but then I was like, no, you'd be getting the same if we just split a full. So I was really thinking like, where are you coming at this from? Like, did you not want to touch hands? Like, what's the concern? What's the concern? Because I just didn't think you could go to that level of like a slip up.
Listen, it's the TI-84 incident all over again. The 12 words a minute or whatever the fuck.
He said, yeah. I said 3 words in 2 seconds. Well, I said 12 words in a minute. I'm like, like. Yeah.
I don't think about things before I say them usually.
Yeah. No, value's a 4 though. I like
value. I will agree. Given that context, I will agree a 4. Fast food prices are rapidly climbing.
Ridiculously so.
Again, better value. Smashed potato bowl. With the nuggets, it's like $6.99.
Never had it, but it sounded good when I heard about it.
It's pretty good.
It's about that size too, no? Like that?
Yeah, it's like that size. It's got mashed potatoes.
Filling.
It's got French fry.
Beautiful.
It's got cheese, like nacho cheese type cheese.
Nacho mama.
Bacon.
Woo!
And nuggets in there. And that shit is good.
Yeah, that definitely sounds filling.
That shit is really good.
Yeah. So that. What about taste? I mean, I give it like a solid 7 for taste.
I love chicken parm.
Yeah,
I love chicken parm a lot. And chicken parm with pepperoni, not a bad addition.
No.
Taste is like out of a 10, like a solid 8 for me.
Yeah, I give it a solid, like rock solid 7. Like it's good.
This is like a solid 8 for me. I can't think off the top of my head of something that I've had that's like equivalent or better recently. Probably that when they first released the grilled cheese burrito from Taco Bell, that I would say is like a 10 experience, but they don't make it right anymore.
Yeah.
They got
right
lazy with it.
Yeah.
But at launch, those things were fantastic.
Yeah.
But this is like, this is like an 8 for taste. Like I said, a 4 for value. What do we say for presentation?
I gave it like a 3 or 2.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Like
out
a
of 10.
2.
Because like it looked
You
grim.
can
See it if I was to put the footage, but again, it's going to be a separate thing. There's the very distinct moment where I hope my face is on camera because we're like, yeah, Chizza, and I open it and I just go, oh. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Shit. Like it just, especially in those early minutes where we grabbed it, it looked like you just put a piece of chicken, threw sauce on it, and then sprinkled cheese. It wasn't melted. Like it definitely was not cooked that way.
Yeah, and I mean, I also have to give credit to the worker who had like no fucking idea what Jordan was trying to order.
All right, hang on. Take it a step back, right? Let's talk about experience now.
Yeah, experience.
Experience is like a 3. Nice lady when we got to the window, but I roll up to the window. Think of this completely, objectively. Try not to be biased because, we're amazing and we can never fuck up. But I roll up to the window.
Yeah.
I said to Chris beforehand, I'm not going to say Chizza because I don't know how to say it. If it's Chizza or Chizza or whatever. I'm going to say chicken pizza, right? So I roll up to the window and I go, hey, can we get a chicken pizza? And she literally goes, chicken tenders? And I went, no, the chicken pizza, the new thing. She goes, oh, a Chizza or a Chizza, whatever. I'm like, what did you think I meant? Chicken tenders?
What item possibly is getting a lot of hype right now?
That is coincidentally a combination of chicken and pizza.
Yeah, the only pizza-related item KFC I think has ever served.
Like, I was dumbfounded. I looked over at Chris and I smirked and I was like, are you serious? Like, are you serious?
Yeah, because I filmed most of the drive-thru. Like, I didn't film when the person was at the window. I didn't film that because I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm not trying to order food and then be like, here, have a DSLR in your fucking face.
You have anything to say to the camera, ma'am?
Yeah, anything you could say to the camera.
She just smacks the shit out of it.
As much as I gotta give a small shout out to Joe is Hungry, the YouTube channel. That guy, he doesn't give a fuck about that. He has like 15 cameras on his car. He has so many cameras. As much as I love his reviews, stop filming people so often. It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
It's weird, bro.
I wouldn't be happy about it, so that's why we didn't film her. Because I would.
But yeah, I filmed Jordan like ordering, and then when she came to the window, I put the camera down, and then when she closed the window, I filmed Jordan a little bit, just
yeah.
And then we made fun of like oh, we got the pizza professor over here.
Yeah, Professor Pepperoni. Yeah.
We got the Chizza Congress over here.
Yeah. Or what did I say? Colonel Chizza is what I said.
Chizza.
Yeah. It was wild. Like I was just like, come on now, like. I distinctly went out of my way. It's like when I go to Starbucks. I don't say, give me a venti swirl, gum drop, ball sack dipped. Like, I just said, like, can I get a large coffee? And if they were like, do you mean a venti swirl? Like, I'm going to smack the shit out of you. Like, just give me a large fucking coffee.
I go, give me the large.
Like, when we got the pumpkin spice lattes, like, it was just like, pumpkin spice latte, small, that's it. Like, not getting into the, like, this much cream and that much sugar. Like, just give me the thing. Just give me the thing, please.
And listen, this is no coffee place, because here's the thing. Coffee can be made in a very specific way. And rarely when you have someone else make your coffee is it done correctly.
Yeah.
So that's why I just make my own, number one. But this is like, there's one way to do this.
And there's one menu item that is chicken and pizza. And
there's one menu item that contains both chicken and pizza. I know chicken is on most of the menu items.
So that didn't deduce it very much.
Right, but pizza, that's only on one menu
She's
item.
not the deductinator.
Not the deducinator. And listen, like I said, I used to work at that exact KFC. Not a lot of deducinators they hire.
They wouldn't give me the employee discount because he's been on too long.
Yeah.
8 years.
Yeah, hey, I worked here in 2017. Can I have a discount, please?
Yeah. So, like, knowing them, they'd be like, yeah, whatever. Just take the chips.
Yeah, fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah, whatever. Just get the fuck out of my drive-thru, Tubby.
Nobody calls me Tubby.
I just picture you punching this lady in the mouth.
I punch a hole through the fucking
She shuts the
concrete.
glass. Your fist goes through it.
I rip the window off the fucking thing. Nobody calls me Tubby. Pull her up out of the window. Jordan, run her over.
Oh my god. But anyway, That's the
overall,
Chizza.
Overall, what's your overall rating, taking everything into account?
Well, I mean, let's think of it mathematically.
Let's
right?
because we don't normally mess with decimals, but for an overall rating, I'll allow it.
So we did a 7 for taste for me, a 4 for value, and a 2 for presentation.
Yeah.
So that's what, 16 out of a possible 30?
That sounds right to me.
So the average is like a 5, I'd say.
About a 5.
5.5.
I'll give it a 5.5 out of 10.
That
experience.
I'm trying to keep it fair because I don't want to be like, yeah, it's a good 10 experience when I just clearly gave it a 15 out of 30.
It tastes really good. It's really expensive.
Expensive. That's what brings it down. The taste was like up here, and then everything else was a lot lower. So it brings it down.
And it looks like fucking dog ass when you get out of the window. It looks a lot better now.
It does.
Looking at the little Chizza slice we have left.
Yeah, it does.
It looks a lot better now.
So,
but
5 out of 10. I like doing these kinds of things because I feel like there's so much like to unpack with it, even though it's just a food item.
Yeah, we'll probably do some more fast food releases because this format's pretty good.
Yeah. So I think that's it for the episode, though. I got nothing else.
I think that's it. Jordan, I think we're ready for you to play us out.
That's us leaving the fucking Chizza factory.
And then they're like, do you mean Chizza? And then I get angry, so it goes.
No, it turns on Doom Eternal. So, anyway, you can find us Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and the RSS feed all linked below. There's YouTube and Spotify that have the video platforms. You can contact us via email. synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send us your comments, questions, concerns, death threats, and most importantly, Little Kitty Big City news, hype, merch, etc., etc. And Instagram, TikTok, we are back over there. You will actually see some Chizza content over there, most likely, if Chris does his thing.
Back.
We are back and better than ever.
I might cut it into like a long form thing for the YouTube, maybe like 5-6 minutes long at most, and then for the TikTok, I'll cut it down to like a minute or two.
Yeah. So that's all she wrote, and
that's it. Yeah.
You're gonna eat that Chizza?
We might be able to Lady and the Tramp it,
Just shut the camera off.
Yeah, shut that camera off.
Keep the audio rolling now. It's like very clearly not eating, by the way. It's like
it's very clearly like violent. Just.
There's definitely no cheese involved. It's not even the same day.
Let's